Welcome. We are talking today about all the tools of exit strategy. We get a lot of questions regularly as to what are the tools here, how do we access those tools, and we want to make sure that you have every single advantage possible, because I'll tell you, I think, and a lot of you think, that we have one of the best packages out there for agents, and we want to make sure you get every single piece of those from start to finish. So we want to start with you with an organizational chart. We've never done this before, so we wanted to explain to you exactly who does what at Exit. Now, we have some wonderful role models and people out there that are mentoring. They are not listed on this sheet today, but that's a wonderful topic for another day. We want to talk to you about staff, though, the people that are paid to be here to help you. And we'll start at the beginning. We've broken this down into C1, C2, and C3. For those of you that have been here a while, that is familiar to you, especially C2 and C3, because that's what we call our earnest money and our closing sheets. So if you are in the need to get more contacts, grow your business, anything related to that, you have two main people you are going to talk to. That is going to be myself and Laura. We have both been in the business over 20 years. Laura always on the admin and operations side, myself always on the sales and coaching side. So we are your main contacts here when you are looking to do what? Build more contacts, grow your business, the systems, the operations, all that good stuff. So we are going to work as hard as we possibly can to make sure that you have every single thing up and running, from your CRM to your website to your Exit mobile app, all that good stuff that comes with Exit.loop. We're going to go into all that stuff a little bit today and where to find all that. But me and Laura are your contacts for that. So that is what we do day in and day out. And I've got to tell you, I love it. Laura loves it. We love to see you build your business and grow. So we each have over 2 decades each in the business, and Laura has worked with us for almost 9 years now. So it is a pleasure to be in business with her every day. Now, once you are lucky enough to get a contract or you're writing an offer, all that kind of stuff, you might have some questions about it. When you are writing offers or when you have contracts, you have a wonderful managing broker, Sharon Tuckman. She's been in the business over 25 years. And she is our managing broker, and her email is listed right here as well. So you can see everybody's email here. You'll notice my email is a little different than what you're used to seeing in the public eye. This is a special email private to you, private to people that I coach and people at our offices only. So that Nick Liebert at ExitSellChicago.com, that is private to you, not the public. Laura, Adriana, and Angela all have their Gmail addresses the same, so that's easy to remember. But for Sharon is your managing broker. I gave up that job a long time ago. I wanted to be focused on selling a lot of real estate, being coached by amazing coaches in the industry, and turning around and sharing all that knowledge with you at a very high level. So Sharon takes those day-to-day contract questions off my plate and onto yours. So Sharon's email, sharon.tuckman@gmail.com. And then you've got Adriana. What does Adriana do? Well, Adriana, of course, she is our wonderful executive assistant. She sits right at the front desk. She's been here nearly 4 years now at this point. That's, of course, Laura's daughter. We keep it in the family. And she does everything related to earnest money. So she is issuing earnest money receipts, which means she knows if it's been dropped off. She is probably the person that's got the earnest money ready for release if there's been an earnest money release issued. So she works closely on the back end to handle all of that earnest money and escrow situation. So C2, contracts, that's Sharon and Adriana. C3, closing, the money person. We've only got one because she's that good at her job. Angela is the only person that's going to be distributing money. That is going to be in terms of closing. So when you have a commission check, that is going through our internal platform, which we're going to show you in just a little bit here, and that goes to Angela. Angela's going to pay you out, and it's most likely going to be a direct deposit unless for some reason you need a paper check. She's happy to facilitate that as well, and her email address is exitrealtyangela@gmail.com. Angela's been here almost 5 years now, has a master's degree in accounting. I can't tell you what an honor it is to be in business with all of the staff. And before we get into the tools, I want to remind you of a couple other things. We have a 70-30 base split in our office. That's for brand new agents. So my goal is to get you off that split and onto a much better one very quickly. After your first 20 sales, you are going to go to an 80% split. So for those of you out there that are watching this video that are not yet at exit, if you have at least 20 sales, you, with approval, would be eligible for an 80% split. But for brand new agents that come into exit, we are looking for 20 sales here, and then you go to a permanent base split of 80%. It never goes down. We have never dropped a split here, even if people slow down in production. That 20%, that 20 sales, that could take you 2 months. That could take you 2 years. I don't care how long it takes you. After your first 20 sales, you're going to be at an 80% base split, and that never goes down. But my ultimate goal is not to just get you to 80% split, but I want to get you to a 100% split for the rest of the year. So that is our cap. Our cap is $100,000 gross commission income. I've got that highlighted. That's all the checks you bring in. When you hit that amount, you go to 100% for the rest of the year. And you also remember, this is the only company out there that I know of that with 10% residuals, you can earn over 100%. So really my goals are get you off that 70% to an 80. Then I hope you cap. And then if you really start building a team, you start mentoring people, which, my gosh, guys, wouldn't you want to help the industry grow and prosper and help people do well? It's the only company that's going to get you to over 100%. So there's a lot of different models out there, but this is the best. I looked at them all. Trust me. Fees, no desk fees, no office fees, no office bills. I pay your E&O, all your technology, all the coaching, everything here is free. The only thing you pay is $375 a year to exit international. That goes straight to them. So you and I are always at a net zero. That will never change, and I'm not planning on going anywhere, guys. So you set your own commission terms and rates. We only charge the other brokerage the MLS fee if it's on your listing. That's it. We're not trying to tell you how much to charge. So if you need a discount once or you want to charge a really big commission because you're amazing and you use all our tools so effectively, go ahead and do so. You set your own commission rates and terms. The only thing we charge the other brokerage is the MLS fee, which you'll see on the MLS. We never have charged a fee to consumers. We never have charged a fee to consumers. We never will. You'll see that from a lot of our competitors. I can't stand that. All I want to do is provide value to consumers through our wonderful monthly leveraged events that we hold for you and hope you'll invite people to, and we pay for the entire cost of those. So let's talk about resources. So enough about us. Let's talk about you and your tools. We're going to start in at the top, and that is the tools of exit. That is the tools of exit. So Exit International gives you some wonderful tools. You log into the Resource Center by going to exitrealty.com. That is a login, and once you log into exitrealty.com, you are going to have a huge number of tools at your disposal. So I'm going to navigate you to what I think are the most important ones first. The most important ones first. So we're going to go into the Exitize Me. Exitize Me. You have a button at the top and a button down here. This is where you find Dotloop. Dotloop is your paperless solution. Dotloop is your paperless solution. This is number one, your biggest tool out there from Exit. We're very excited about it. We love it. It is Dotloop Premium. We pay for every single one of you so that you do not have to go out there and pay for it yourself. It is the most wonderful tool out there. It also works with the Move Concierge service. The Move Concierge service. What is the Move Concierge service? Well, that is where we actually have, for free, your clients get all their utilities changed. They can have contractors come in. All this stuff is handled and worked by a third party at no charge to them. Now, obviously, if they have a contractor come in, the contractor is going to want money for the renovations, but this is all a free service. The coordination of all that saves these people a huge amount of time. So how do you, in Dotloop, engage our Move Concierge service? Very simple. You're going to click on the actual listing, and you're going to change its status to under contract. That is it. So can you believe it? It is that easy. You select the contract type. This is going to be, of course, a purchase or a listing for sale. And then once you decide that, you are going to go under contract. And guess what? Bam. At that point, that is now going to send emails, and it has the phone numbers for your people if you put your clients in there. And that is going to tell everyone that you have a contract and that your client needs some help through our free Move Concierge service. So that is Dotloop, and that is our Move Concierge, all in one setup. Can't get easier than that. So that's your first big piece of exitrealty.com once you log in. What's your second biggest piece? The Exit Ad Center. The Exit Ad Center. Now, the Exit Ad Center as well as Exit Presentations are both also on the Exit mobile app. What is the Exit mobile app? It is Exit Realty Connect. I'm not going to show that to you today because that is an app, not a basic tool that's on every internet source. However, it is free. It is part of Exit. So you absolutely want to go ahead and now to your iPhone or Android device and download Exit Realty Connect, because on there you can click on the Exit Ad Center and Exit Presentations and be sending all this stuff out incredibly easy. But let's dive into the Exit Ad Center. What is it? Well, the Exit Ad Center is where you can, with a click of a button, advertise your listings to a massive audience with literally one click of a button. So quick start, you go in and you pick out your office. Now, obviously, most of you are going to be in only one office. I'm in 3 because I'm licensed in 3 states, but most of you are going to be in 1. Then you're going to go in and you're going to pick out your specific listing. And I got to tell you, the amount of leads I've already gotten off this, I've got 988 clicks, I've got 88 contacts, 26,220 views, and I've spent less than $100 per listing, most of the time only 50. Just a really, really incredible thing. All you do is you click on listing ads, generate leads, and then start interacting by listing. Listing ads, generate leads, and start generating by listing. So that is the Facebook Ad Center. Why is it better to do that than simply trying to build them yourself? Well, it's quicker, easier. We have a collaboration that's special with Facebook, which of course also owns Instagram. And so you're getting a much higher quality of lead, you're getting much better interaction, and you're getting lead capture, which when you're just boosting your posts on your own doesn't happen. So trust me, guys, this is absolutely huge for your business. Start following up with those leads right away. What's your next big thing in Exit Realty under the Exitize Me tab? Exit Presentations. Exit Presentations. Again, this is also on your Exit Realty Connect app. This is the easiest thing ever, guys. You can, in 2 seconds, either from the Exit Realty website or your Exit Connect app, send people digital presentations, a buyer presentation, a seller presentation, and even other agents a presentation, telling them what's so great about, well, working with you if it's a buyer, what to do. It gives you a lot of steps and instructions for buyers. Same way with sellers. So there's a buyer presentation, a seller presentation, and if you want to tell your realtor friends about Exit, maybe as you're getting feedback requests or requesting feedback yourself, or when you're at open houses, I use this for everybody. So my presentations now are not through the old school system that we did with our wonderful graphic designer, although we obviously have a wonderful graphic designer for you. We want you to use these digital presentations because you can customize them on the fly. You can do all kinds of special things and just explore them. It takes 5 minutes to set them up. I, of course, have a video on it in my coaching blog, which we'll talk about that coaching blog later. So that is the Exit Realty presentation. So let's go back to the main screen for Exitize Me. And one more big thing in here, and that is AdWorks. What is AdWorks? So the Exit Ad Center gets things on social media better than anybody else. It's so easy to do this. But then if you click on my AdWorks, AdWorks is a third-party vendor we've contracted with and gotten a discount with so that you, with, again, one touch of a button, can get your properties out digitally and create a digital campaign on massive third-party websites. So you have, and obviously it can do TV commercials, it can do all kinds of crazy stuff that's fantastic, but most of us are really using this to get it on sites like CNN, ESPN, Fox News, all the major websites. So when someone's searching for property by zip code or happens to click on something that relates to housing anywhere near your listing, they are suddenly receiving ads for your listing, and you are getting a wonderful report that you can then send to your sellers saying, look at all the places my property, your property is being advertised. Now, where could you use that? Everywhere. So please explore AdWorks through the Exit Realty site as well. So that is the big things in the Exit Realty site. So again, if you go to exitrealty.com and you go into Exitize Me, Exit Ad Center, My Paperless Solution, which is .loop, My AdWorks, and exit presentations. Those are the big things I want you to work in, and those are all available immediately for you to use. So one more thing I want to show you while you're in here, I want to show you reports, because a lot of you, I ask you what's going on in your business. Now, these are reports that I can find most of them, but not all of them. Some of them you have to come into yourself. If you want to know what you've made so far this year or what you made last year, look at your report card. So your report card is going to tell you your number of transactions. It's going to give you what month they were in. It's going to give you a nice breakdown to figure out what exactly you've done. So there was my production for the year, and pretty excited about where I ended the last year. Gives you a rank within the office, and then it gives you your in the terms of total number of agents. So very helpful as you're sitting here going, what do I need to do in my business? Do I need more listings? Do I need more buyers? And have I sponsored any agents into the company? So last year I sponsored 11. And if speaking of recruits, guys, I would love to see all of you hit that over 100% mark. That is incredible. Residual earnings are real. I wanted to show you just for last year what mine were. If I go from January 1st until December 31st of last year, I had a really significant year. I, of course, am not out there recruiting. I'm just attracting by giving some knowledge. I think a lot of you have the capability of doing the same. It will give you your entire report for the year, everybody that you brought in the company, how much they've done, because obviously if you've been recruiting to the company, you want to help those people out and help them grow over time. And so let's see what I ended the year with. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. It might take me a second to do so. Let's see. I don't have the page down feature on my Chromebook, so you're just going to scroll through all these deals with me. It was significant. It can be a six-figure source of income. There's at least two of us in our office. Last year, I took home $131,000 in residual bonuses, guys. That is absolutely incredible. What could you do with that? You could build a retirement. You could build charity. You could do all kinds of incredible stuff. I'm living this dream with you. And if you would use these tools that I'm showing you today and show other people these tools, you'd realize how much is out there for our agents. So that is the Exit Realty stuff. Now I'm going to get out of this particular screen. I'm going to get out of the AdWorks screen. I'm going to get out of the Facebook ads screen. I'm going to get out of Dotloop. Okay, that was all that stuff. And now I'm going to get into Market Leader. So Market Leader is a standalone product. It is something I buy for every single one of you. I believe in the product very, very strongly, particularly in the latest incarnation of it, Market Leader 2.0. It's extremely powerful. What is Market Leader? It is your front-end website. So this is your front-end website. It'll have a long domain name. So mine is nickliebert.exitsellschicago.com. Again, that's nickliebert.exitsellschicago.com. You can, of course, forward a GoDaddy domain name, a vanity domain name. So mine is nickliebert.com. I bought that through GoDaddy for $10. I've had that since 1998, and it is forwarded to this beautiful little website since 2012 when we started with Market Leader. So Market Leader's evolved a lot over the time. It's a beautiful website. It is customizable. You can do a lot of stuff on it. You've got the ability to have a wonderful About Me page with a bio and all that kind of information. You've got resources there for you. A big resource that you could be working with is a blog. It's a blog. You really want to be working on your blog regularly. This graphic right up here at the top, our wonderful free in-house graphic designer, Amanda did this for me. So she created a graphic, and then I wrote the content. You can have blog after blog after blog, guys. Some really wonderful stuff that then you can be sending people to your blog and creating more traffic for your website. The whole point of you having a website is that people then can see what you're all about. They can see that you have a presence. They can also then, from the home page, they can start to search, and they're going to have a lead capture. So what is lead capture? Lead capture is just like with the Facebook ads when people have to give you their first name, last name, and email address, and potentially their phone number in order to get further information. I want you to get more information from everybody so that way you can have more communication with them. So this front-end website does that. It has the full MLS on it. It's mobile active, so that way it is mobile capable for people on the go. They can browse through it. Use your Market Leader website as your front-end website. That is your main website for the world to see, okay? So I've talked enough about that. How do you get into the Market Leader website to do the back end? What's on the back end? Because the front end, that's nice stuff. It's all got this good stuff for you. It's got all your listings. If you connect it to Zillow, it's got your Zillow reviews on it, which is nice. It's live. And then at the bottom, there's a little thing called admin login. That is where you're going to log in. So you've got your address that the office creates for you, your custom website address, and then from there, you're going to go scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on Admin Login to log into Market Leader. And that is where the real magic happens. Because what happens in Market Leader? Everything. So this is the back-end screen. I've already logged into mine. I use this screen daily. I'm in this daily. Here's why. I'm doing multiple things in Market Leader. Number one, I've got all my contacts in Market Leader. I've got them synced up through Google Contacts. So then that way, Google Contacts is hopefully synced to your iPhone. I have a whole video on how to do that. It's synced to your iPhone, so every time you add a new contact into your iPhone, first name, last name, email address, and phone number, it is coming in here as well. And then once it's in here, you have the responsibility to put them in the right group, and from there, decide what that group is going to do in terms of getting your monthly e-newsletter and much, much more. So this site, your Market Leader website, on the back end, it controls your e-newsletter, everybody that gets your e-newsletter. So I'm going to open up the Marketing Center for a second. It gets your e-newsletter out. It can send other e-blasts if you've got the time, but that e-newsletter is an absolute baseline. We have tons of videos and instructions on you for the every month e-newsletter that comes out. It comes out on the 10th of the month, so you need to have it done by the midnight on the 9th. And that button is right up here. But what does it do beyond there? On your listings, Market Leader is a very, very powerful tool. It is your baseline for marketing your listings. And I've had some videos for you guys in a coaching blog. Again, we'll talk about the coaching blog later. But I've got some videos in there about why, when you talk about your listings, you want to use the Market Leader subsite versus sitting there and spewing out information without a lead capture system. The lead capture system, so Market Leader, the minute you put something into the MLS, within probably about 3 to 4 hours, you're going to get an email from Market Leader saying, congratulations on your new listing, your tools are ready. What are those tools? Well, they are deep. There's a lot of them. You are going to have the ability to instantly, there's a single property website. So see this button right here, single property website? I'm going to click view on that, and it's going to open up a single property website. This has a super long address at the top. And like we said earlier, you can do a vanity domain name you buy through GoDaddy. I really like bit.ly, bit.ly to create custom links for your properties. And so that this subsite, this little website that's created for each property, it's got all the information on the property, it's got all the pictures, it's automatically made, and then guess what it says? Find out more about this property. You've got all the information on the property, you've got all the photos, you've got your information, then look what it says. Find out more about this property. Full name, phone, email, and message. And guess what? That means that person, when they fill out that information, you then instantly in your Market Leader get their contact information, and it goes in your contacts, which means you are building your database. So why are you not promoting these sub-sites? Getting a little domain name, vanity domain name, just shorten it if you want, and if you don't have time, then just cut and paste this long website and say, hey, here's the pictures of my new listing. Click here to get more information. Guys, please use your Market Leader tools so that you are getting lead capture on everything. It makes no sense to just be spewing out information on social media without lead capture. Same way with blogging. I want to go back to the blog for a second. I won't go back to it on here, but I will go back to it in conversation. If you're out there putting information out there and you've got a blog on a third-party site like WordPress or LinkedIn, that's okay. At least you're making the content. But guess what? When they're done on that blog, they're done reading it, there's nowhere else to go. They go to their next piece of content. Whereas if it's on your Market Leader, if it's on your Market Leader website, that blog, right next to it, it says, do you want to search for property? It's got all your information. And again, lead capture. They name the game isn't just spewing out content. It's also lead capture. Be smart. Market Leader is brilliant at that. So also, in addition to the website, it creates marketing collateral. Marketing collateral. What is marketing collateral? Well, that is all the brochures in the world you ever need. You can send postcards about the property, although a lot of us don't do that. Maybe we should. You can do flyers, which all of us need to be doing, and I really like it in here. And all you're going to do is select listing enabled, because that automatically creates the flyer for you. And then you're not going to need email or video today. You are going to just do flyers. And then all of these different flyers pop up. There's a couple that I really like that have a bunch of photos on it, so it creates a beautiful flyer. There's even some 11 by 17 flyers if you want to do that. Some of these you can print out right at the office, and they're beautiful. Other ones you may want to take to a printer and have shipped. And by the way, you can sit here, in the minute that you click and create the flyer, it can deliver, ship and deliver, print, ship and deliver, I should say, all of that to you in like 24, 48 hours. Super quick turnaround. So geometric blue is one of the ones I like. You go in there, and I'm going to choose a listing. So let's keep with that 642 Sheridan that I just showed you the little subsite on. Do you notice it's got all of my stuff already there? I can personalize it, and then look, professional print services starting at 30 cents each if I want to do it professionally. If I don't want to do it professionally, I just want to do it myself, I can literally press save and save this as a PDF, and then I am ready to go print this out right here at the office for free. So it's got all your information. It's got the pictures. You can switch information out. I tend to talk a lot in my property description, so I'm going to have to downsize that a little bit, but all of it's customizable. Sometimes I take the price off if I know I'm going to have a price reduction soon, and I can just extend out the address. That is up to you. All of this is completely customizable, but it is done for you. Cut and paste and print, easy, easy stuff. So that is all done in Market Leader. Of course, if you want something custom, you can go and have our graphic designer do it for you. But really easy stuff. Couple more things real quick in your listings I want to show you. If you want to share your listing, not advertise it in terms of getting out there to third parties that are not already connected with you on social media, that, of course, you'd use that wonderful Facebook Ad Center tool that we have in exitrealty.com. But this, if you just want to share stuff on your Facebook or your LinkedIn or Craigslist, it's got a great tool for that. And then, again, you're going to want to focus on your single property website to do that, and you can even send it by email. So really, really easy. If you have a property that's not on the MLS, you can add a custom property. It takes a little bit more time. That's why I always like to put all my stuff on the MLS anyway, is that all these tools are automatically done there for you right under the Listings tab. If you want to adjust your website and do anything like that, you can click on Website, Edit Site, View Site, and then your blog posts, and then Account. There's a bunch of information under Account as well. If you are wondering where some videos on all this is, it's probably a great time for me to go ahead and talk to you about the coaching blog. So our coaching blog, this is almost 2 years old now. This has been a labor of love for me. A lot of the videos that I put on YouTube, of course, I have a YouTube channel. I have all that information for you. I've been putting all this together into 20 units. These units are getting very, very powerful. So if you go on teamlibrary.com, it asks you to join the Real Estate Agent and Coaching Mastermind. It is exclusively for our agents that I'm coaching, people that are at our office or that I've brought to Exit. So you click on units, and you'll see all the different units in here. Most of the units towards the top already have what we call the announcer posts, and that is going to be the PDF that gives you a checklist. So if you, for example, want to know a little bit more about how to get your newsletter going, guess what? There is an information all about that right in this PDF. And you can open that up and get all the information you need. There's also going to be links to a lot of my YouTube videos. If you've not been on my YouTube channel, you can feel free to go there and subscribe now. But the YouTube channel is a wonderful tool. It is getting a little bit hard to navigate in terms of content. So I'm putting all the content here right for you. So I've got videos, I've got links, all of this different stuff, how to build your database, how to market to your database, role plays, scripts, all of that stuff. So again, go in and find all of that right now. But I'm not the only person at Exit Strategy that is helping you grow. There's a wonderful woman, almost all of you know, and if don't, you need to know her right now. Marky Lemonsrael is absolutely incredible. She's a world-renowned speaker. She's on the road more than she's at home, I think, at this point. But she has a blog for you, too. It's called Real Estate Live. So mine is called teamlibrary.com. Hers is called Real Estate Live. We are both Facebook-based. We are both same format, so we keep it the same look, but they're going to have hugely different content and resources for you. So subscribe to both of them. Mine is private just to us. Marky's, she accepts you, and then hers is obviously heavily catered to agents she's in coaching with, but all of Exit is her friend because Marky is an Exit agent. Don't forget that. So she's got 20 units. I've got, I think, 21 right now. Incredible content in both of these. Now, let's go into when you have a deal. What do you do when you have a deal? What do you do when you need more resources? Where's a great baseline to remember all of this information? What is it? It is exitstrategyrealty.info. exitstrategyrealty.info. So that page, exitstrategyrealty.info, so right up here at the top, that has got links to almost all the stuff we've just talked about. So it's got some resources for you, some forms you see constantly, C2 and C3, which we discussed, all of that. Coaching links. So it's got our training calendar. Our training calendar in our office is absolutely incredible. It is a live calendar. You're going to be able to add that immediately to your schedule so that you can see everything coming up. You're going to see the 12-month marketing calendar, hyperlinks, invitations, all of that stuff right there. Is a huge amount of content and information. All that's in blue on mine. Just massive amounts of information. So make sure to add that to your calendar. So there's the link to the training calendar, my YouTube channel, my coaching blog that we just discussed, Exit's YouTube channel, which, by the way, there's so much content from Exit, between Exit and me, I cannot believe that you would ever have time to get through all of it and not be motivated and not be building your business. So go through both of those. The Exit Realty corporate site, all of the links to their training is also on the Exit Realty Connect app. And then, of course, not least ever in my mind, Core Training's YouTube channel. Core Training is, of course, who I'm coached by. You want to be coached by someone that's coached and is coachable. Core Training's been absolutely incredible for me as a level 3 graduate. I've seen my business go up 50%, and I just absolutely love and swear by their system. So that is who's coaching me to coach you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope this is a lot of information for you that you will go out there and use. Remember, you've got the Exit Realty mobile business card, all the Exit presentations, the Exit smart signs, all of this stuff. I've got videos on it. Exit's got videos on it. Dive in deep. This was just meant to be a preliminary look and a reminder of the tools you have. We love you guys. We're excited that you're here, and we look forward to much more as well. We're going to stop the video now, but see if you have any questions. Again, we welcome questions as well.